Hello and warm welcome everyone joining us from around the world. Welcome to day 6 of our 2-week engineering conference.
Yeah, I lost your voice. Looks like it's just me.
Yeah, I think your
Membership
voice
share of
is.
the student chapter. Like the previous keynotes, today we'll be starting with the panel discussions. I will now pass on to my friend Amna Hilal. She will take care of the panelists.
Greetings, everyone, and thank you for making the time to join us from different corners of the world. I am Amna Hilal, an executive board member of SCETW ACMW Student Chapter. I'll be a moderator for the morning panels. It's a pleasure to have you with us for today's panel on redefining engineering for the next decade. Engineering has always stood at the heart of human progress, shaping civilizations and driving innovation. But as we enter a transformative era, the role of engineers is expanding beyond solving immediate technical problems. The rise of artificial intelligence, sustainable technologies, quantum computing, and human centered design is not only revolutionizing the tools we use, but also reshaping the very identity of engineering itself. The next decade will challenge us to design systems that are not only smarter and more efficient, but also responsible, ethical, and inclusive. Engineers will no longer be defined solely by their ability to innovate, but by their ability to balance technological advancement with sustainability, equity, and human values. This era calls for engineers who are visionaries, bridge builders, and ethical leaders capable of navigating complexity while ensuring that progress benefits all of humanity. In redefining engineering, we are not asking what can we build, but also what should we build and for whom. The future of engineering will be measured not only by breakthroughs in technology, but by the positive and lasting impact it creates on society, the environment, and generations to come. To explore these exciting possibilities, we are joined by an incredible panel of experts. Each brings a unique perspective on how technology, innovation, and human ingenuity will redefine in engineering's with ahead. We are fortunate to have an outstanding panel with us today. Let me begin with Mr. Vipin Kataria. Vipin Kataria is a lead architect with 21 plus years of experience in enterprise scale cloud platforms and ML or AI systems at Picarro. He designs cloud data solutions for environmental monitoring, hazardous gas detection, and real time IoT sensor processing for Fortune 500 enterprises while mentoring development teams. His expertise spans data lakehouse infrastructure, MLOps, pipelines, high throughput streaming systems, and generative AI with transformer based NLP and retrieval augmented generation. At Intel, he built intelligent diagnostic platforms for XMM modems, automating crash log analysis and significantly reducing triage time. He also held key roles at Amazon, Arisant, and TCS. Based on Fremont, California, Vipin continues to drive innovation in cloud architect, machine learning, and IoT solutions. Hello, Mr. Vipin Kataria. Um,
Okay, I was on mute. Yeah, thanks for the nice introduction.
Moving on to Miss Meetu Malhotra. Miss Meetu Malhotra is pursuing a PhD in data science at Harrisburg University and holds a master's degree in data science from UNC Charlotte. She serves as data analytics principal at S&P Global with over 17 years of experience in driving data-led solutions, an active contributor to the data science community. She regularly publishes peer reviews for leading journals and speaks at global forums advancing responsible AI data science. Hello, ma'am. Um, we are delighted to introduce Mr. Rajeev Kumar. Rajeev Kumar is a senior technical architect at We hold Delhaize with nearly 25 years of experience in engineering, architect, and program management, a subject matter expert in observability, monitoring, and AI. He specializes in building solutions that enhance data insights, automation, and system optimization. He is recognized for designing complex systems that improve performance, reliability, and scalability. Hello, sir.
Thank you for your nice introduction.
Thank you, sir. Next, we are privileged to welcome Dr. Gaurav Gupta. Dr. Gaurav Gupta is the first Indian to earn doctorate in digital forensics and has over 23 years of experience in cybersecurity. In 2010, he received the Young Scientist Award from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam at Indian Science Congress. Currently a director with the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. He has mentored numerous research students and authored the best-selling book Cyber Unsafe. Hello, sir.
Hello, thank you for having me here.
Moving further, we are delighted to introduce Dr. Priyanka Jain. Dr. Priyanka Jain is an inquisitive researcher with deep interest in emerging and advanced technologies, including artificial intelligence, neurocognitive computing, brain computer interfaces, natural language processing, high performance computing, and quantum computing. Her research is strongly application driven with a focus on domains such as accessibility, mental health, and digital forensics, where she seeks to leverage technology to address societal challenges and promote community well being. Guided by curiosity and a commitment to impact, she is dedicated to advancing human centered innovations that bridge cutting edge computing with real world applications. Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning.
This will be an interactive and thought provoking session. We'll encourage our panelists to build on each other's perspectives, and towards the end, we'll bring in your questions too. So let's get started. To kick off things, I'd like to ask all our panelists in one sentence, what is the biggest shift you'll believe redefine engineering in the next decade? So can we start from Mr. Vipin Kataria?
Sorry, can you come up with that question, please?
In one sentence, what is the biggest shift you believe will redefine engineering in the next decade?
I think it's all about basically, AI collaboration.
I'd love to hear from Ms. Dr. Priyanka Jain also.
Yeah, I believe in next decade it is going to be human machine teaming. This is what we are going to look forward, and this is where we are going to have that our future.
Uh, Dr. Gaurav Gupta, we will love to hear your insights on this.
I think fusion is the way forward. Today all the silos of engineering branches will not work, and you need to leverage all the engineering branches together in a fused manner to make it work.
Thank you. Thank you. Would you like to add on Ms. Meetu Malhotra?
Yeah, I guess it's human and machine collaboration, and there is a fancy term to it, which is like HITL models, like human in the loop models, like combination of human intelligence and the artificial intelligence to have better accuracy. So that's what I believe.
Thank you, ma'am. What are your perspectives, Mr. Rajeev Kumar?
Yeah, thank you for your question. I think I agree with most of the panelists. Definitely, having interdisciplinary collaboration is going to be the key. There is also going to be, I would say, AI and machine learning integration for smarter systems, I would say, self-optimizing. Also, ethical responsibility will be important as well, since when we build with AI, it does, it's definitely of utmost importance. Apart from embracing automation for efficiency and data-driven decisions.
Thank you. Thank you all for those perspectives. They set a great foundation. Now let's dive deeper into specific areas, starting with Mr. Vipin Kataria. You have worked extensively on real-time IoT and hazardous gas detection systems. As we look to the next decade, how do you envision IoT and AI converging to address global challenges such as climate change and environmental safety?
Yeah, thanks for that question. Very interesting question. It need a lot of time to go over it, but I'll try my best to kind of summarizing it. So I have worked extensively, this IoT domain, and for the last 3 or maybe 3.5 years, I'm working on basically building system to detect the hazardous gases. And I feel there are 3 different dimensions in which the IoT and AI will converge to address this climate change and environmental safety. To start with, it's all about being predictive, environmental intelligence. So what I mean is, instead of we react to problems after they occur, now AI-powered IoT sensor now can predict actually environmental hazards hour before they happen. And in my current company, we are building those platforms, and we have built in the past. So it's more like being kind of reactive rather than more like proactive rather than being reactive. So what I'm saying is basically it's all about we are moving from asking kind of what happened to what will happen, with response time sometimes dropping from minutes to milliseconds through edge computing. And this is fundamentally very important. Like, for example, what if there is a kind of flood, or there is a fire, all sorts of stuff, like the way the global warming is impacting across the globe. The second dimension, I feel it would be all about intelligent adaptive systems. So what I mean is, these systems are not kind of fundamental just monitoring network. They are being self-responsive ecosystems. So think IoT sensor, which automatically adjusts the industrial process, optimizing energy consumption. Pretty much now the way, there's all this electric cars and, so much things are going up. So we need those sensors which can adjust this industrial processes. And finally, it can help us to reduce, the global carbon footprint. And imagine there's a scale across every facility globally. And the third dimension, I feel it would be more about democratizing environmental protection. So what it means is if you look at it back, you need, let's say, $10,000 sensor, in my company, without AI, which is doing the job to, let's say, detect the harmful gases. Now there are AI chips which can detect, let's say, in maybe a $50 sensor. And what this means to the community, which are more vulnerable to the climate change, now they can access those enterprise level, environmental monitoring and protection. So looking at, I see, where, let's say, all buildings, malls, stores, all have smart sensor, which are kind of built in, and it's happening. It's not like it's not happening. This is actually happening. So, and this surface, thing like the sensor can, let's say, watch air quality, and they can automatically clean the air when they need it. So we are building a smarter planet which take care of itself, with a combination of human and the machine, in collaboration. That's what I said. You need to collaborate with these smart machines, which are building a kind of consciousness that I feel, and this will help us to, protect the people automatically. and this technology is coming soon. The real question is more about how fast we can put it in place. That it need most. So yeah, thank you.
Would anyone like to add on to this?
Yeah, I think what said by Vipin is making a lot of sense because this is where we are going to reach in upcoming years. 2 points which I could observe in his speech that like the human machine teaming, this is one thing which is one of the most important point which I am assuming is going to be very futuristic. And the second point, the real time communication and the real time emerging scenario with the technology is going to play a major role in the coming year. Like at said by Moores that the number of chips would be double in every year in 1965. But when we are looking into the current scenario, the speed by which we are moving ahead is really drastic. So real time synchronization and communication with the technology with the human mind is one of the things which we are going to look forward. Agree with them, Mr. Vipul.
Yeah, Vipin. Yeah. Thanks, Priyanka. Yeah.
Thank
I
you,
would
ma'am.
like to add something on in this context, talking about the sustainability and building energy efficient models. I believe there is a big challenge with large language models also. Since I'm working in that space, so I would be talking on those terms, like how large language models are also um, adding carbon footprints, and in a way we all are part of that, meaning knowingly or unknowingly, even with querying chatting with this chat gpt or large language models, we all are are contributing to carbon footprints through llm technology. So in that context I can say that going further, in the future small language models, I think that is the future of this technology, because large language models, if you see, even training a bird model, that generates like 284 tons of carbon dioxide according to a research study, which is like equivalent to the carbon dioxide which is emitted by 5 cars in their complete lifetime. So small language models, I believe, is the future. Talking about transformers and large language models, if we talk about the future, small language models can help us reduce those carbon footprints. So, how we can go to that small language model, switch to small language models? There are couple of there are many. There is like research going on. For example, KV caching, basically working on the transformer architecture such that it consume less power, and eventually it generates less carbon dioxide. Small language models really help in that, like kv caching, and I don't remember, a couple of techniques are there which can help us reduce those carbon footprints in creating these small language models. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to hear from Dr. Gaurav Gupta. Sir, you have been first Indian doctorate in digital forensics and authored a best-selling book. As cyber risks escalate, how do you see digital forensics redefining the security aspect of engineering systems in the next decade?
So this is a very important and good question, because as the technology is reaching to the grassroots level, anybody and everybody has high-speed internet and smartphone today. So the number of cyber crimes and cybersecurity incidents which are happening intentionally or unintentionally are increasing, and they will increase very, very fast, exponentially going forward. So this is high time that, when we talk about engineering, that, we need to develop, there are multiple aspects here. You need to develop solutions which are secure, because many times we do security as an afterthought, it's a patch, and it is never perfect in that case. So we need to first change your mindset that, we need to integrate security in design. We need to learn whatever we are learning at the very basic level, including programming, to make things efficient, secure, and scalable, because many times we develop things which are not kept in mind that they are going to be scalable in future, and once they scale, there are a lot of issues. So one is that we learn these fundamentals, foundational things, and integrate security at the very beginning. The other part is that as the crimes are increasing, as the security incidents are increasing, there is a lot of scope of finding out interesting problem statements which can be taken up as thesis or a project or a class project or a doctoral or master thesis. So the opportunity is, there are a lot of low-hanging fruit in the case of digital forensics and also in cybersecurity. So if we identify right set of problems which are impacting large number of people, and we choose high impact, high intensity problems, for example, where people are losing money because of phishing. So can we develop a solution to a counter phishing technologically? Because right now we are only talking about awareness. So we need people, students, academia to take up the lead in identifying high impact, high intensity problems which are impacting large number of people, and develop technological solutions so that these cybercrime menace can be handled. And then we need to think long term. We need to think that engineering is not the end of it. We need to, while we are doing engineering, we need to plan our career going forward in research, doing our masters and doctorate or MSs, because most of the big companies, deep tech companies, require research engineers, not only engineers. So that is also very important, that we do not aim only for doing an undergrad and joining industry, rather develop research appetite and become research engineers which can develop deep tech solutions. Yeah,
Thank you, sir, for your perspective. Would anyone like to add on to Dr. Gaurav Gupta's points?
Yeah, I
Well,
just
I just want to agree with him, like very well said by him, and I agree with that.
Uh, okay, thank you, ma'am. Moving on to next question, we would love to hear from Mr. Rajeev Kumar. Sir, with 25 years of experience in engineering and system optimization, what does engineering for the next decade mean to you in practical terms?
Thank you for your question. Of course, I would say, we are in, of course, another technology shift, I would say, that is happening right now. Like, we have seen in past 25 years with internet explosion, mobile revolution, of course, cloud computing, and, now we are seeing AI and machine learning. So I would say, definitely, the AI ML integration would be paramount, especially for creating smarter systems. There is definitely going to be more focus on sustainability, renewable energy solutions for that matter, in every project. There is resilience. I think that will be something that will be very important. It has been important, but with the shift in technology that we are seeing currently, of course the go forward will be to create systems or design systems which are more resilient. There will be, of course, I would say, IoT or automation that will be there for efficiency and for efficiency on the systems that we are going to be developing. There is a lot of I would say, from a digital footprint perspective, there is a lot of real-time data that is available, and which will be available in the future, so that we can utilize advanced analytics to I would say it will help in innovation. There will be many panelists talked about collaboration that's going to be there. Also, it will also require us to think differently. Continuous skill development will be needed. That's all I think I can say.
Thank you, sir, for your insights. Would anyone like to share your insights on this context?
Yeah, I think he covered it well, very well. So, but just want to add few points. So I think the way I feel the way we are building the system, from engineering perspective, it was always we always are thinking that what we built is we code it and then we deploy it and we finally kind of monitor those systems, right? And there is a flavor of human into it, but I think the way the landscape of AI and ML is changing, there is a lot of research from academia and this industry is all about building a kind of self-managing those, kind of data systems. It's more about, from being kind of, building those event-driven data architecture, which are basically, with the help of AI and ML, these are self-managed data processing, or think like a intelligent data systems.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Vipin sir, for adding the points. Now, let me ask Dr. Priyanka Jain. Ma'am, you also focus on accessibility and mental health. How can engineering redefine itself to be not just technically advanced, but also empathetic and inclusive?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the question, because I find this is a very important question to be addressed at this scenario, because very often we used to we are being asked this question: how about the AI? And the AI being a buzzword is like is everywhere in the air. Along with the AI, it is being asked about the data. Data is considered to be oil. So the meaning of engineering now, by which we are moving ahead, is like of more on data science, data analytics, AI. And when we are talking about engineering part, so I think the AI is going to be missed if it is not going to catch the bus of human intelligence. So there is where we are thinking a thought process aligned with, like AI engineering being the part of the technology. We are moving ahead with the pace, and if we are not matching it with the human intelligence, like with brain behavioral computing and neurocomputing, we're not understanding these aspects, so it is going to be a critical. So this is where I'm emphasizing the future, like having amalgamation emerging trend with these technologies going to help not only into the accessibility, inclusivity, but also with the human enhancement. Because why human is working, this is human for human scenario, like human is working for human. So only we are working with technology, like sustainable framework, we are working with the technology like smart transport, we are working like smart agriculture and all those things. So what is it is meant for? It is meant for human advancement, isn't it? So this is where we are thinking when we are moving ahead with this kind of support system by technology to the human. So the biggest support system would be where we are going to provide the assistive things for mental health. One thing can be a one thing. Accessibility could be the second thing, and and the upliftment of the life by means of other technologies like prosthetic arms, like wheelchair movement, or kind of a brain control drone, etc. So this is how the things are going to play in the scenario. I hope I answered your questions. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, you're right. This is human for human scenario. Keeping this in mind, would anyone like to add on?
Yeah, I would like to add on that, technology is also increasing a lot of addiction. People today are designing solutions, all these deep tech companies, Googles and Metas and Instagrams of the world are designing solutions or their systems and platforms, keeping in mind that user is hooked on. So it is on the user to understand that your engagement, your screen time is their gold mine of which is data. So we need to be little more responsible from both sides. As a user of the technology, we need to be aware that we are being lured towards technology to spend time. Whereas when we are designing this system, we need to also keep in mind that the systems we are designing should not increase addiction. Rather, they should be for the betterment of the mankind, rather than making more money and then developing system which are making people addict.
Very well said, Dr. Gupta. Thank you for adding it. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I would like to ask Ms. Meetu Malhotra. Ma'am, the balance between automation and human judgment is a big debate in data-led solutions. How do you see this shaping the future of engineering decision making?
Yeah, about the automation part, I believe it goes hand in hand with the human interaction, because at the end of the day, machines cannot just take over the whole realm of technology. In my point of view, instead of replacing the human judgment, automation is something that can supplement it, that can support it, because like I said earlier, also there human in the loop, the HITL model, that is the main thing. Automation will be there, but then human element will also be there, because supervising, interpreting the model, and taking the business decisions, that is something which machines cannot do, the automation part cannot handle. So their human element is must. So I guess they will both go hand in hand. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Would anyone like to add on this context? Or can I just move?
Yeah, I think she covered it well.
Thank you, sir. I would like to hear from Mr. Rajeev Kumar. Sir, engineering leaders today face a tension between rapid delivery and long-term system sustainability. How do you think we will resolve this tension in the next decade?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
Sir, engineering leaders today face a tension between rapid delivery and long-term system sustainability. How do you think we will resolve this tension in the next decade?
Thank you for your question. So, I think, yeah, this is a long fought battle which is there. Of course, engineering teams are looked at, providing rapid delivery, of course, and then sustainability takes a backseat. But I think what we typically will have to do is invest in automation. There could be feedback loops which will enable both delivery and quality. There is going to be, of course, use of metrics which is going to help in continuous improvement. It will help to track delivery speed and system health. There is, I think, the important thing would be to encouraging leadership to set some strategic direction for I would say sustainable practices, which is going to be very useful. Again, it comes to a culture change as well, a culture of I would say transparency, team alignment to actually keep long-term goals prioritized, even when you are pressured for delivery. These are the few things that I would think that will help resolve the so-called tension in your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajeev sir. As he spoke on system sustainability, I would like to ask Mr. Vipin Kataria, sir, with generative AI and RAG systems entering enterprise ecosystems, what are the opportunities and risks you see for engineering innovation?
Yeah, thanks for the question. So I believe there are three key opportunities, and I would say three major risks with this generative AI and the kind of RAG in the enterprise engineering. So opportunity is like, the fundamental of RAG. The system can actually give instant access to company knowledge for faster development, faster business intelligence, and they can help you to actually bring kind of timely, trusted, and actionable intelligence. In my current company, we are moving in that direction, with the help of the generative AI and the RAG to build those intelligence into our product, into our internal as well as external product. And I feel the AI will help exploring new solution. It's more like acting 24 cross 7, kind of senior consultant for every engineer. And I think I think it was 2 weeks ago, I don't know, maybe it's a week or two. So Microsoft recently launched their so-called SRE agent, and it was pretty good. It's like 24 cross 7 monitoring, the complete your cloud infrastructure, your services, API metrics. So I think that's the way that things are, will move forward in terms of using this generative AI and the RAG in enterprise solutions. But at the same time, there are risks associated with it. There are data security issues with respect to, let's say, the AI accessible sensitive information. Like a lot of prompt, they can do, harm to the, I think I was reading one blog where somebody was using those, LLM basically, more like a develop which is on LangChain, and they gave access to the production, and it was hallucinating. It deleted the complete database. So there are risks associated with it, and definitely there are risks. What if the AI can go wrong solution that look maybe corrupt, like more like hallucination, right? And I feel, I have my elder one which is going to high school, and these young generation are dependent on AI. So what I feel one of the risks for the human is, the cognitive intelligence, right? Those small nitty gritty, the firing of those neurons in the brain. And maybe Dr. Priyanka, I want to hear from you. Is it true? Like, and I'm reading a lot of stuff. So somehow this cognitive intelligence is getting reduced in the kids. That's the maybe the downside of the AI. But we'll see what would happen. Yeah. And at the same time, teams might lose some critical thinking skill. Even in my team, what I'm observing is you give, let's say, if I give a task, which, or hypothetically, let's say if task takes about, let's say, 2 sprint to finish it up, but now with AI cursor, you finish in, let's say, a couple of days. Yes, it's improving my productivity. But what's going wrong? There's cognitive intelligence in those Gen Zs, the freshers is somehow not there. So I feel that's a downside of the AI. Then there is a bottom line. Definitely, these are powerful tools to enhance the human capability. Not replacing kind of judgment, but definitely success stories require careful governance. Monitoring. Building those intelligent data system. And especially, what Meetu mentioned, keeping human in loop. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. AI will help in ensuring good enterprise solution. And as you said, at the end, there are risks and downside associated with it. Dr. Gaurav Gupta, in your view, how can governments and engineers collaborate more effectively to ensure digital trust and resilience in critical infrastructure over the decade?
Yeah, so again, a very interesting question. So what happens is, there are regulations which are required for developing, the new emerging technological solutions like AI, ethics, and the responsible AI, and all those things will be required to govern how the technology is being used. Along with that, the critical infrastructure requires a lot of resources, a lot of trained manpower, and there are not enough people who can actually work in critical infrastructure who are, trained in various aspects of cybersecurity and digital forensics. So government has a lot of schemes, and especially Government of India funds a lot of R&D in cybersecurity, where academic and industry collaboration related projects are funded. And again, this is an opportunity for young engineers and academic students that they can be part of these projects. They can take up their internship and their projects and their thesis in these areas in collaboration with those institutes who are executing these projects. Then we also have initiatives like Cybersecurity Grand Challenge, which we have almost every year, where we publish broad problem statements, and young students and engineers and startups can submit their ideas, and if they are shortlisted, we mentor them, and there is a 4-stage competition where we give them up to 1.4 cr as the prize money for the winner, and also the minimum somebody gets is 5 lakh to 10 lakh rupees, wherein if they qualify there as a idea stage. So we have cybersecurity grand challenges, we have cybersecurity R&D projects, and then there are laws and regulation related opportunities where people can do internship. I personally also mentor a lot of students, so I take PhD students, doctoral students, and maybe undergrads also, if they are doing some interesting, if they want to take up some challenging and hard and interesting problem statement to solve and to publish research papers and to file patents. So there are a lot of opportunities which Government of India is publishing. If you keep track of ministry's website, especially Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, you will find a lot of opportunities, especially in the area of cybersecurity and ensuring critical infrastructure is protected. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. We'll keep track of them. I would like to request other panelists to share their point of view on the same context. If not, let me move on to the next question. I would like to ask Ms. Meetu Malhotra. Ma'am, collaboration between academy, industry, and government is critical. How can data science act as the bridge in this ecosystem over the next decade?
Thanks for the question. I guess data science is a bridge that connects these three elements, academia, industry, and government. Because through academia, we see research that comes up, and through industry, there is through industry, we see the implementation of these data science models that are involved, meaning that actually drives the idea to business solution. And through government, we see the outcome of in the form of policy. So I think these three are connected. For example, transformers, they were the result of a research, right? And eventually, the large language models, different kind of large language models, and the chat GPT app that we see today, that was the result of industry, how the industry, OpenAI, the organization implemented GPT model, the large language model, which came from research, and that was implemented in the form of a business solution, which is chat GPT that we all see. And then there is government, I would say, role in there in designing the policy related to ethical usage of the industry-based solutions. So that's how these three are connected, and data science is something which connects all three. Yeah, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Meetu ma'am. I understand your perspective. I would like to ask Dr. Priyanka Jain. Ma'am, brain-computer interfaces are futuristic yet real today. Do you see them becoming part of mainstream engineering solutions in areas like healthcare, education, or even workplace productivity?
Yes, I think this is what going to happen. And before answering this question, I would like to touch upon the part which mentioned by Mr. Vipin ji. Like very well said that these technology which are coming up with the advancement of the technology, somehow it is giving us a downside as well, like cognitive intelligence. Like many times, it is being discussed. Like we call it as a digital dementia, where we started losing our memory, we started losing the capability of keeping things remembered. leading to brain rot and brain fog kind of thing. So these are the phenomena which is being happen. And we suspect not only the current scenario, these are going to hamper the upcoming generations' capability as well in the form of neurodegenerative diseases. So this is the aspect of neuro. At the same time, when we are talking about that mental health and then the cognitive aspect, the behavioral aspect, the isolation of the kids from society now these days, the being that kind of in their own silos, being in the anxious mode, they're being in their depression mode, and every time the mental health kind of issues. So these are the things which are definitely being impact the society's health, mental health mainly. And as touched upon by that Dr. Gupta also, like the addiction of the technology, and we are making ourselves dependent on the technology. So somehow it's our responsibility to make use of the technology in such a way so that it could be useful, not the harmful to us. So now coming to your question, like how these technologies are going to be emerging in an upcoming decade. So yes, I understand the point, like the BCI and neurocognitive behavioral technologies are going to be taking lead in the upcoming technology. How? So it is going to help us in the case of, as said by you, like in education. So having that cognitive learning kind of stuffs are going to be helpful for the community in a way, like using the technology like BCI, brain computer interface, using the technology like AR, VR, and not only about this. These are many IoT kind of devices which are going to be helpful in the teaching and education environment. Second thing is about that healthcare domain. So no doubt, like using this kind of advanced technology, using technology like computer vision and image processing and that high performance computing, these are going to be very not a very difficult thing to get answered, like healthcare technology. That is the second case. And third thing is about the other normal social behavioral economics, where we are looking into the things. So when the things are going into the direction where the so the solutions are smarter, faster, and cheaper. So this is how it is going to affect our community. So in a way, things are going to be coming in a emerging solution of these kind of technology, like what we call is BCI, in terms of accessibility, inclusivity, and the humanity. And these are going to be combined in a futuristic trend in upcoming decade. Even I say that decade is very far. We are going to look into the aspect in coming up to 2, 3, 4 years itself.
Thank you, ma'am. Having cognitive learning will surely help us students. The solution is going to be smarter, faster, and cheaper. I would like to hear from Mr. Rajeev Kumar. Sir, if you had to pick one engineering breakthrough that would redefine how large-scale systems are built and maintained, what would it be?
Yeah, sorry, can you come again on that one?
If you had to pick one engineering breakthrough that would redefine how large-scale systems are built and maintained, what would it be?
I would say it has to be self-healing systems. Systems that optimize, repair, and scale as needed. And with the use of AI, it's definitely achievable. The other thing that which of course which we keep seeing mostly in the manufacturing areas is of course the use of digital twins. Like you create a virtual model, and continuously monitor that. It helps in improving your real world system. So that's another aspect. I think these are the two things I would say which I'll pick will definitely change. How the large scale systems are built. Thank you.
Can I add something, Doctor?
Yes, sir.
Sure, please go ahead.
Yeah, I feel one of the other area I feel which will really move forward in terms of federated learning which will maintain the privacy of the user, because the way the AI and ML is getting used, and hampering the privacy. So I feel the way the federated learning could definitely help in terms of building those models that are scalable, and also basically deploying those model at the edge, I feel.
Thank you, Rajeev sir, and thank you, Vipin sir, for adding your points. I would like to ask Ms. Meetu Malhotra, ma'am, if you had to give one piece of advice to young engineers about building careers in data-driven engineering, what would it be?
I guess it would be to learn the fast-pacing AI technology and to apply that in different domains. That is one thing. And the most important thing is not just the application and implementation of models, rather communicating the result. That is something which is paramount, because data itself, the raw data itself, does not give you any benefit. It's the how you extract the information out of it and how you present it, communicate the result, that is helpful in driving business decisions. So storytelling, that is very important. That's another thing that I would like to add. Thank you.
Thank you for adding your point. I would like to ask Dr. Gaurav Gupta. Sir, having mentored many students and interns, what qualities do you think the next generation of engineers must cultivate to thrive in this rapidly evolving digital landscape?
Thank you for asking such an interesting question. I have worked with large number of students, including doctoral students. So I realized the students who are good in foundational knowledge, who understand the basics well, that is the very, very important aspect in terms of doing well academically as well as going forward in the career. Most of the time, what we want, we get influenced by buzzwords. We get influenced by AI, LLM, and all the cloud and IoTs of the words. But then underlying everything, you need to understand how things are working. You need to have a very solid foundational understanding of data structures and secure programming languages. So if you understand how the basic computing systems work, how everything is happening internally, so understanding of those foundations will help you build on top of it, any emerging technology which is coming today or will come in future, and you will be able to do well. So my request and suggestion and urge to all the young student would be that focus on your basics. Do not rush into the buzzwords, but make sure that you understand your concepts well before you move on and build on with the buzzwords.
Thank you, sir, for your advice. Understanding foundations and basics is necessary. I would like to ask Dr. Priyanka Jain, ma'am, if you could define your vision of engineering for humanity in 2035, what would it look like?
Yeah, I think this is an important question, and I think a bit of the answers has been given by the earlier speakers, and I very much agree with them. I'll add further on this, like what I feel like design by ethics is one of the things which I would like to emphasize, because as we know that we are moving with AI and everything is being done by AI. And as said by Cruisewell, like the point of, we are standing at the point of singularity where we don't know what is going to happen in next moment of time. Within a year, the landscape whole fully changed by means of some upcoming things called ChatGPT, or somewhere we are getting perplexity or something, somewhere some different technologies. We don't know what is going to happen next. At the same time, when we are afraid of getting hyped by everything by taken over by technology, like coding, like cooking, like farming and everything. So I think so design, I think, is one of the thing which we like to inculcate into that children, upcoming children. Humanity with the human face is one of the things which we cannot be snatched out by the AI. This is what I feel. So having that psychological aspect, having that spiritual aspect, having that human aspect in human with the responsibility of inculcating ethics into the children is what we are going to looking forward, because something could be taken care by AI is the tangible thing which cannot be which can be calculated by means of number of lines of codes or the performance or the speed of code executions or anything like that. But something is there which is making human a human, is like human behavior. So if we are going ahead with that in the aspects, and this is how we are going to see that future is going to be ready for us. I think it's not very vague. I think is making a sense, isn't it?
Absolutely, I completely agree with Priyanka ji, with you. You know, you're well covered.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. We understand your perspective. Now, I would like to ask Mr. Vipin Kataria, sir, if you could pick one moonshot engineering challenge you would like to see solved in the next decade using AI and IoT, what would it be and why?
Yeah, so one of the, I think, if I need to pick one of my, I mean, that's a tough one, but yeah, I'll try my best. So if I need to kind of pick one, this challenge, considering the domain I'm working in, considering I never, just to set up the stage, I never thought the global warming. I mean, we know, we read it, we watch it, we listen so much stuff, but when you actually start working on it, right, then you understand, oh wow, this is real. So I feel that moonshot challenge for me is to build. I mean, there are different areas, but definitely to start with it, building a kind of real time climate adaptation. To start with it at a city scale. What it means is, kind of creating this AI powered urban nervous systems, which can dynamically respond to this climate change as they happen. So here, why this excites me, it's think like imagine a city is equipped with thousands of IoT sensors monitoring everything from air quality, water quality, temperature, whatsoever, right? And soil moisture. So AI would process this massive data stream in real time, batch mode, and kind of predict and automatically respond to these climate events. Probably, let's say redirecting those traffic before flooding. It happened in Gurgaon, Delhi. I visited Bangalore, so and Mumbai. All these places, and definitely those urban areas also. It could mean adjusting building system during heat waves, which is happening, so-called in our Bay Area also, and then definitely optimizing energy grids, which will really help us to reduce this global, carbon footprint and making this as a better place. And this technical landscape or challenge is very fascinating. Think like you need this edge computing for kind of millisecond responses, the federated learning we just spoke across city infrastructure, and then kind of AI can handle these all this chaos of so-called urban system, but the impact could be transformative. Cities that don't survive climate change but actually adapt to in real time. I hope I covered it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for the answer. This makes the ending of questions from my side. While we wait for the audience question in one line, how would you conclude the whole discussion? And this question is open to all the panelists.
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
In one line, how would you conclude the whole discussion? Yeah, this question is open to all the panelists.
So I think I would like to conclude by saying that, we know that there are a lot of opportunities ahead. We are in a world which is changing very, very fast, both technologically and in terms of, it will require a lot of regulatory changes also. So I think it presents a lot of opportunity for each one of us. And I'm sure we can make technology much safer, better, useful for the mankind. That is the opportunity which lies ahead.
How I'll say, like, technology is one thing we cannot get rid of. We don't want to get rid of. Anyway, we have to go along with this. Means there is no possibility of divorce now. We have come a long way along with the technology. So this is the thing which is by which we are going to live with. So it's up to us how we are going to harmonizing ourselves with the technology and the pace of the technology. And this is us who can control, who can monitor, who can mentor, and who can adjust this technology for the benefit of the human. This is how, but we have to go with technology. This is how we have to go.
Yeah, my view, I know a lot of people, are kind of, I should not say afraid of the AI and ML, because the way it is demonstrating all, different dimensions, basically in terms of, maybe in India, it's, way above than any IIT score or, CAT score over here or SAT, or it could be, even the guy who got this Nobel Award is basically, he's used AI for this protein discovery, right? So I feel even in the technical world, this world where everybody's getting afraid of, what AI is doing, it might take my job. I feel there is always a positive and negative side of shit. So as a human, we should not get afraid of these kind of technical advancement. I feel this will really help us to become. There's a famous line from Elon Musk that we are multi-planetary species. So it will help us to take to the next level of human advancement, and we should embrace the AI and ML. It's like I feel it's going to be a soul for all of us to move to become like a multi-planet species. I feel.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sorry, I would like to add just one thing. I see the conclusion of this complete session is like, take control in future take control of AI before it controls you. That's how I see this whole discussion in one sentence. Thank you.
I think just to add, I do second that. I think if you read or heard a godfather of AI talking, not so long ago, we have to keep in mind that we build responsibly. AI is great, I think, but I think with ethical responsibility, and long-term societal impact is what we should keep in mind. And I think it can do wonders, like we can see. Only thing is, we have to be responsible about it.
Thank you, sir. So there is a question from the audience, which is, what role will Indian engineers play in shaping global technology over the next decade? It's open for everyone.
So one thing is that we are seeing a lot of geopolitical turbulence. A lot of sanctions, lot of tariff, which means now India need to develop its own deep tech. India needs to develop its own solutions, own social medias for the world and for the country, and all kind of systems which we are right now using, which are probably not indigenous and have impact in terms of, somebody can switch them off if it is a geopolitical situation. So Indian engineers, I think, now have a golden opportunity to step up and make indigenous solutions sitting in India for the world.
Thank you, sir. Would anyone like to add on this? Okay. So let's move to the next round, which is we'll wrap up this panel discussion with a fun rapid fire round. So I request you to keep your answers with just one word or one sentence. So everyone can answer these questions. Starting with the first question is one word that describes the future of engineering for you.
Fusion.
Yeah, for me, adaptive.
I would say transformative.
I'm stick to my answer, human machine teaming.
Thank you, ma'am. Anyone
Yeah,
else?
same with me. Human in the loop. Again, the human machine teaming.
Okay. Okay. So next question is one technology you believe will dominate the next decade.
I feel it.
Gemini, that's what we all are hearing.
No doubt, neurocomputing.
Okay.
I feel it's going to be, edge computing, more like a edge AI.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. So the next question is one engineering challenge you wish could be solved tomorrow.
Making social media safer for kids.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Anyone else wants to answer?
I may think about the challenging and the very, very, very futuristic and advanced quantum simulation of the brain, isn't it?
Yes. Okay.
I would say clean energy for all.
Thank you, sir. So the next question is one book, movie, or idea that shaped your engineering mindset.
I think, just same. We are multi-planet.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Quantum in the brain. This is from, I think, Dr. Ramachandran, and that was talking about the human psychology. So that's what inspired me to take this field forward.
Yeah, there is a famous book by Inman and Rudin on forensic science. I think that was the one which really helped me.
Thank you, sir. One piece of advice you would give your younger self as an engineer.
Remain focused on one thing.
Okay, that was great advice.
I think what worked from my childhood is open to challenges. Means the possibility could be available once you are open for challenges.
Yeah, for me, don't afraid of failures. Take this as learning and just keep working hard.
Yes, sir.
I think for me, I would say always stay curious, and develop something that we call as D skills rather than underscore skills, which means you are seeking depth over breadth. That's something which would be important.
From my side, it would be curious, ask questions, don't afraid to ask questions.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So the next question is one human value that should always guide future engineering.
Just being empathetic.
I think it's be grateful for me because this is the human value by which you are grateful for not only your life, your breath you are taking today, but about the technology itself. With the human mind, we could come at this point where we are exceeding the other species on the world. So being grateful is one of the human value which is more important for me, which I think.
Also
Yeah,
being
for-
humble.
Yeah, I would say integrity, and something that I talked a number of times, taking responsibility, ethical responsibility of all the work that we do.
yeah, for me, just be empathetic.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the next question is one innovation from the past decade that inspires you the most.
I think for me, it's like this mRNA vaccine, right? It's a kind of brilliant proof of engineering. It shows that you can solve a global problem in record time.
For me, it is Transformer Architecture 2017 that um, that created the tsunami of all the large language models that we see today.
Yeah.
I think it's a very similar line of what said by Meetu Like generative AI is one of the things which inspired and is I'm very much impressed with the idea of getting visualization into pictures, giving that picture, giving a textual command, it is translating into a picture form. This is what I started doing in my PhD, but since 2014. So looking into these practical aspects, and everyone is making videos and pictures, and I can do anything visualize. I can visualize anything use of this generative AI. This is really impressive, and I really love doing those stuff.
That's it.
Okay.
I think every decade there is a innovation which wows us. So, and there will be many more which are going to come.
Yeah, I'm looking for this nuclear stuff, right? Which will solve all this electricity problem whatsoever.
Okay, so
I
the
think-
next question.
I think use of I would say use of robotics in healthcare, especially something life changing is what really is it's something that is very fascinating.
Yes, so the next question is if you could collaborate with anyone in history on an engineering project, who would it be?
I think I would go for some Indian Vedic system, utilizing those ancient knowledge into this incorporation of technology would have been useful, though some of the work are still being done, but I don't find it is at the extent by which it should be. So, giving this opportunity in my past, I would have started doing things from scratch with them.
Yeah, I second it. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I would say maybe Nikola Tesla. This wireless power transmission. I used to read some article. Yeah, would love to go back in history and collaborate on that part.
Thank you, sir. The next question is one skill every engineer must master in next decade.
I think
Talk sense out of data.
One decade is too far away. You need to ask this question in 1 year because things change way too fast today.
Okay.
Okay, then safe adoption of AI.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I would say that.
That can be done.
Yes, ma'am.
I
Okay.
think in this case, I will be repeating the answer given by Dr. Gupta in his prior speech, prior answer. Being focused and going to the basics. This is what is important. I think somehow I feel the coding part could be taken care by AI upcoming in a year or two, very well. But understanding the basic and being focused on those basic concept is one of the important thing which every student should learn with a touch of humanities. This is going to help. I think this is what I feel.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Here ends our rapid fire round. Thank you, panelists, for those amazing answers. Thank you to our incredible panelists for their insights. Vipin sir on AI and IoT, Meetu ma'am on data driven innovation, Dr. Gaurav on digital trust, Rajeev sir on reliability, and Dr. Priyanka on human centered technologies. The message is clear. The next decade of engineering is not just about building smarter systems, but about building responsibly and inclusively. Thank you all for being part of this conversation. On behalf of everyone here, I extend our sincere thanks to the panelists for joining us. We deeply appreciate the time and wisdom you're sharing with us today. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for having us there.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Thank
Even,
you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you for having us. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. It was nice interacting with you all, and it was a learning experience for me as well. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank you. Have a great
Absolutely.
day.
Thank you.
Bye.
For our audience, we'll be back with another panel in just